In Season 4 of 2K23, the music collective Soulection is featured with multiple new tracks added to the soundtrack and some sweet apparel to add some style to your MyPlayer.
And they're big fans of NBA 2K. At a recent recording session, they brought in cameras for a behind-the-scenes look at how they create and play 2K. Check it out.
Soulection is one of the most influential collectives that I've ever came across within music within the last 15 years.
Overall, we're just creatives that just, do what we love.
If you like free-flowing offenses that pile up the assist clock, you've come to the right place.
Tell you what, Kevin, both of these teams really emphasize.
MyCareer. Bodyguards checked in for Larry Nance. So for New Orleans right now, McCollum and Jones are their guards. The forwards for him are a pair of blue Devil. Ingram and Williamson. And it's the bodyguard in at the center. Here's Wagner. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Wagner able to get the shot to go through contact and the and one on tap. Great determination that time.
And something about Franz Wagner, a model of consistency as soon as he came into the league. You know what you'll get from him every night.
And with Wagner, he'll be a bigger part of this team as he grows.
Kevin, and he'll be able to contribute without being a focal point. It has a game that can blend with any other group on the floor. As his confidence grows, he'll continue to make a larger impact.
Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Jamal Mosley. David.
Thanks, Kevin. He thinks the big issue for them is to make things difficult inside. He understands that their opponent has a physical presence, but he wants his guys to match that physicality or surpass it. Obviously a tough order to fill, but they have to do it.
Thank you, David. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Wagner. Cole comes in for Banchero. Isaac's checked in for Franz Wagner. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Anthony. Bamba's shot is off.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
The bodyguard passes to Alvarado. Pass to the body. The three. Second chance shot. No good from Valanciunas.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lead.
And the dunk by Bamba.
You know, he doesn't rack up a lot of assists, but Isaac is a willing passer, and I think he's going to continue to grow in that area.
Here's Ingram. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the Magic have been one of the league's worst offenses in recent years. In fact, it's been over a decade since they've been average in that regard. Drafting a ready-made weapon in Paolo Banchero, they hope can help them take a step in the right direction.
And that one falls for Ingram.
You know, Ingram is quiet about the work he puts in after practice and before games. This is a guy who just never stops trying to improve, though, and that's shown up in how he's grown as a player.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Inside, the bodyguard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one is on goal.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Graham's checked in. Fultz finds Isaac. Here's Fultz. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Got a piece of it. Here's the bodyguard. Over to the wing. Graham, the pass to the bodyguard. It's hauled in by the Magic. Now Fultz. 11 points last game. For three, Harris. The bodyguard grabs the board.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Daniels passes to Alvarado. Pass to Graham. Launches it. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Bamba. And the pass to the bodyguard. Valanciunas with the ball. Covered by Bamba. Tries again.
You know, you love the energy that Bamba plays with, guys. I mean, when he's on you, this guy wants to shut you down. He wants you to not score at all.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, one of the best sights from the NBA in my mind in 2022 was seeing Markelle Fultz on the court again. It was a long road back from his torn ACL, not to mention the issues he had with the frozen shoulder early in his career.
The first one falls.
And for a player who relies on quickness and mobility like Fultz, an ACL injury can be devastating.
Well, trust me, I haven't had one, but I know enough guys who have, and it's a tough injury for any player to come back from a torn ACL. And Markelle had to work extremely hard every day for a year and a half. All credit to him for putting that kind of effort into his rehab so he could get back out on the court.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And, guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
It's tipped. Alvarado passes to Graham. And they recover it. Doesn't go that time. And Orlando will come the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
What a duel that was. Exciting all the way to the end. Really a shame someone had to walk away with an L.
I tell you, it's too bad one of them had to lose because I thought both teams were evenly matched in that game.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And that one's good, the bodyguard. 23. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for New Orleans.
You have to give them credit for their defense here in the early stages. I mean, they've shown tremendous anticipation, on the same page as a unit defensively, especially on those block shots.
And they've also been pressuring the ball tonight. You don't get this many steals without making an effort there.
Just 5 on the clock. Poked loose. Pulls it up. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. 1:22 left here in the first quarter. Pass to Alvarado. Here's the bodyguard. Stolen by Bamba. Fultz with the ball. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. .104 left in the first quarter. Graham finds Hayes. And here's Daniels. Here's Alvarado. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Got a piece of it.
Excellent timing that time from Fultz. And I like the edge that he plays defense with. That's impressive for a young guy.
Good ball movement here by the Magic. Baseline J on the way. It's rebounded by New Orleans. The Bodyguards got 4 rebounds in this game. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He got it good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And he can't hit the second.
Yeah, you just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
You know, it's one of the things coaches like least is giving away points. I mean, they've been a step late. They've been caught reaching. They've got to tighten things up at the defensive end.
Here's Alvarado. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. First trip to the line for him here. And the first one drops. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. New Orleans on top. They lead by a bucket. And don't go away. We'll be back at the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Fans, please give a big round of applause.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
At the forward position, it's Wagner and Banchero. Fultz is out there with Anthony. And it's Wagner in at the 5, patrolling the paint. That's who's out there for Orlando. Ingram. Valanciunas trying to free himself up.
Wagner takes a lot of pride in trying to make a defensive impact and does a good job contesting the shot there.
Anthony kicks to Fultz. Over in the corner, Banchero. Shot clock at 5. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
An elite prospect with very few holes in his game. Banchero can score from all 3 levels, makes plays for others, terrific rebounder, and the list goes on and on.
Many scouts had Banchero as the safest pick in the draft. But would you agree?
He and maybe Jabari Smith Jr. What separates Banchero a little, he's an elite back to the basket scorer. Those guys have become increasingly harder to find.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. The bodyguard in that last game against the Heat was a man on a mission. He scored 22 points and was his usual self at the defensive end, too. A lot of block shots, something we're accustomed to. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others. Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Anthony finds Wagner. Here's Fultz, guarded by Valanciunas. Here's Anthony. Here's Wagner. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. On the wing, Jones. Rebound by the Magic. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it will be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a filling out process in that first game between opponents. A lot different than when you've played a team you're familiar with.
No holding Valanciunas back there. And he gets physical and gets through the contact.
Back to Fultz. This one for 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Valanciunas has got 5 rebounds tonight. Jones, the pass to the body. Clark, when the casual fan looks at a stat sheet, turnovers sometimes go overlooked. They don't really grab your attention. But as a player, how conscious of turnovers were you?
Extremely conscious of it, Kevin, because you know possessions are valuable and you don't want to be limiting your team in possessions. And you don't want your teammates to be sloppy. You don't want to be sloppy. And most of the time you want to try to force your opponents into turnovers, not make them yourself.
Anthony taking his time here. And Valanciunas pulls it down. New Orleans leading by 5. Jones, the pass to the body. Valanciunas trying to free himself up, and it's the bodyguard missing. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And smart ball movement there from Banchero. And that selflessness will endear him to his teammates.
Outside, Jones. And here's McCollum for 3. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Wagner's got his 5th rebound in this one. Anthony, the pass to Wagner. Back to Anthony. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Zion Williamson's checked in for New Orleans. To the middle. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Wagner kicks to Fultz. Magic moving the ball around. Passes it to Anthony. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Anthony's got the game tied up here for Orlando. And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about. Threatening with that attack.
McCollum dishes to Ingram. Wow, through the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
14 foul.
It's on Franz Wagner.
At the line for the Pelicans.
Good on the second free throw.
Ingram taking 3 shots.
And he nails the 3rd. And so it's Fultz who brings up the ball for Orlando. Trailing by 2 at the conclusion of this game. They're off to Washington. They'll face the Wizards. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. New Orleans on D. Wagner outside. Pass to Anthony. Clock at 6. Over Jones. No good off the back of the rim. The Pelicans have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. And that one's good. Ingram.
You know, it's never easy trying to contain Ingram, especially when he's fighting off defenses like this.
The pass to Wagner. To the inside. From the arc. Pelicans with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
And, you know, that's a big part of how they attack and win, getting it going from the three-point line. But at the end of the day, it didn't happen.
He dishes it to Anthony. Pass to Wagner. looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Staying strong against the contact, playing right through it. Wagner fighting for that finish.
Williamson, the pass to the body guard, and a missed layup. The Magic trail by 4. Wagner on the wing. He's covered by Ingram. New Orleans has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And it's Williamson missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
The bodyguard passes to Williamson. Count it. Williamson's got 6.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Outside Anthony. Back to Fultz. Now, here's Banchero. Covered by Williamson. Here's Fultz. Off the left rim and out.
The defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
Here's the bodyguard. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. The bodyguard's got the lead up to 8 now for New Orleans. Well, Orlando shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. With just about a half season behind us, the rankings are clearer than ever, Greg. Do you feel confident starting to make some playoff predictions?
Oh, Kevin, it's way too early for that. Injuries, other roster shakeups. There's just still so much that could happen and totally reshape those rankings.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Wagner. Cole comes in for Banchero. Isaac's checked in for Wagner. And it's Gary Harris in for Anthony. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
On offense, here are the Pelicans. They're on a 12-4 run. Alvarado passes to Graham. He kicks to Daniels. Passes to Alvarado. Back to Daniels. Pass to the bodyguard. Daniels with it. He's against Bamba. Daniels, no good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Isaac right side. Here's the pass to Bamba. Orlando moving the ball around. Bull. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. So that brings the first half to a close.
That's the end of the first half. Hit the score. Your Magic, 44. The Pelicans, 58.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little. Checking for New Orleans. So for New Orleans right now, the forwards for him are a pair of Blue Devils, Ingram and Williamson. McCollum and Jones are their guards. And it's the bodyguard in at the 5 down low.
And still early in the period, and they're only one foul away from being over the limit.
Third team foul.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here.
Pelicans ball.
Magic on defense. 11-point game.
Wagner, so good with his hands, but he's a smart defender, too. Positioned himself well to come away with that block.
Wagner wide open. Another miss by Orlando. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half.
There had been so much talk about Zion wanting out of New Orleans. That was all put to rest this past summer. Zion signing a loaded extension to keep him with the Pelicans for the next handful of years.
Anthony against McCollum. Wagner on the wing. Harris outside. 6 on the shot clock. Over Jones. The second chance effort. And it's Wagner missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's the bodyguard. Hits the J after faking out the D with the quick up fake. The bodyguard's got 17 now. Here's Anthony. 12 points for him. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Banchero kicks to Wagner. And they'll get another chance. And here's Harris from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. The bodyguard's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. It's Ingram on the wing. Pass to the bodyguard. Dishes to McCollum. 5 to shoot. The bodyguard. And the basket is good. And he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Boy, you look at the defense, not nearly the hustle or energy at that end of the floor. It's the exact opposite of what it was in the first half.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Orlando Magic. They trail by 18. Bounce pass Wagner. Wagner kicks to Anthony. Down low. Wagner outside. A floater. Good on the bucket. 15 points for Franz Wagner.
He's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And I just love his competitiveness he's showing there. Team might be down, but a drive like that could spark them.
Harris against Jones. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. It's on Gary Harris.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Bowl, he's checked in for the Magic. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Gary Harris. And New Orleans also making a change. Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Williamson.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. Orlando has a very young roster. Coach Jamal Mosley says, one thing I've said to them is dominate the simple. The more we can keep it simple, the better we'll be. Not overthinking things, just playing off instincts and reaction. Kevin, back to you.
The place to start. Makes a lot of sense. David, thanks. It's McCollum on the wing, covered by Anthony. Here's the bodyguard. 20 points for wide open. No good from outside.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Anthony, the pass to Isaac. Passes it to Banchero. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here, following the goaltending call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Fultz, he's checked in for the Magic. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Alvarado's checked in. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
They've been so aggressive getting out on shooters all game long. Nothing's getting past this defense, and that, to me, has been impressive.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
The Magic making a switch here. Bamba's checked in. Ball kicks to Isaac. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's the bodyguard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the media is able to vote on awards like all rookie. But, Greg, those awards can end up determining a player's max salary. Any concern there?
No doubt there is, but somebody has to decide those awards, right? And no matter who it is, there's always going to be some pushback. So as long as contracts are tied to them, that power will be in someone else's hands.
Pelicans leading by 15. Outside, Jones. Back to Ingram. And he's going up for the alley-oop. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Outstanding decision-making by Ingram there. Working it to the open man. Really good possession.
Pass to Wagner. Intercepted. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Here's Alvarado. Banked in off the glass.
Jose Alvarado.
Orlando's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Isaac outside. The pass to Fultz.
I see him.
Bamba kicks to Isaac. Here's Bull. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's the bodyguard. 23 points in the game.
And how about the awareness from Valanciunas? He read the pick and roll coverage there. Beautiful.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Bamba. And here's Fultz. Back to Bamba. It's deflected. Jones against Fultz. Jones in the post. Off with the layup. The Magic trail by 21. Here's Isaac. The Magic again can't hit. Jones in the post. He averages about 5 points a game. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to.
Let's get some good position defense going here.
Checked in for Orlando. Frank, you read about Jimmy Butler starting his own coffee company, and he did that in the NBA bubble, and he drinks, he say, about 5 cups of coffee a day. Do a lot of NBA players drink coffee to keep them going and get that extra burst?
Absolutely. I remember drinking coffee on the bench late in my career. It's kind of a comfort food, warms you up a little bit, and all good things that can get you ready for action, I'm for.
They've got Bowles. Franz Wagner is out there with Cole Anthony. Then there's Wagner. And it's Banchero in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for Orlando. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Orlando.
And right from the get-go, they stood out as the better team. Their hunger to dominate and play for each other was outstanding for the Pelicans.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
When it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for the bodyguard.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
Passes it to Hampton from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And that one's good. Daniels.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished. That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Lewis on top. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they control the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.